Hello, Riverside. I'm your host, Christopher Sweetenberg, coming at you live from the Eagle's Nest.
And I'm your co-host, Riverside, here on this week's first episode of... Wait, what's the show called?
ENN. As you probably know, Riverside Athletics has been having a great winter season.
I'm glad you mentioned that, Sweetenberg. Our Riverside basketball team has actually had a really hard-working season and really a season that they can learn from. We finished with a regular season record of 9-10, and this past weekend we actually had a very important region game against Lakeview Academy. And on Tuesday night, I actually got to catch up with Coach Latham for an exclusive post-game interview at Curtis Hall. Let's check it out. Hello, Riverside. We're here with Coach Latham at the end of the Lakeview Academy basketball game. And, Coach, we're just going to ask you a few questions. Knowing that this was an important region game, ending up with a tough loss, what do you think your team could have done better throughout this game?
Well, it's been the same thing for us all year. We got to execute. And when we execute, things go well for us. Today, we just didn't execute like at the level we need to execute. When you play a good team, you got to execute from the start of the game and to the end of the game. And we just didn't do it. We didn't execute offensively or defensively. So, that hurts you. I think our kids played hard. But against a good team, you got to execute and, run your stuff, do what you're supposed to do. And our kids just didn't do it. I think they got caught up in the moment a little bit. But I think we'll bounce back. And, I'm still positive where we're at right now.
Yes, sir. Coming towards the end of the basketball season, what are your future opportunities for this basketball team?
Well, we still got the region tournament coming up. And, once you get in tournament play, anything can happen. It's just a roll of the dice, a team that gets hot. So I expect this team to continue to get hot and continue to play well down the stretch and play hard. And if we start executing like we did early in the season, I think we're going to be a tough matchup for anybody.
Well, thank you, Coach. That's all we have for you. We'll see you on the next episode of ENN.
All right, appreciate it. Thank you.
Hey, that was a great interview. Am I right?
It sure was.
Anyways, best of wishes to our basketball team who continue to fight for the region championship against Providence Christian Academy Monday night. Hey, let's talk about indoor track.
Funny you mentioned, because our indoor track team actually hosted and took first place in the second and only indoor track meet in the state of Georgia this past Saturday. Here are some highlights.
Huge shout out to our video production team for that awesome indoor track promotional video. Sweetenberg.
Now let's go down to our correspondent Isaiah Krause, who actually had the chance to speak with Coach Cummings about the results of the meet.
Let's check it out.
This is Isaiah Krause with our very own track coach, Coach Cummings. This weekend, the track team had another indoor meet. Can you give us a little overview on how we did?
We had a great meet. We had some big schools there, and our kids really did well. We ended up winning the meet with 134 points.
You said Charles DeMoby. Was he your MVP? How did he do over the meet, and how did the other people do as well?
Yeah, Charles was our high point guy. He won the 55-meter dash. He won the 200. Anchored the 4x4, which won. 4x2, which was second, and won the high jump. One of our other captains, our senior captains, Demi Lasisi, had a big day. Was on the 4x4 team that won, was on the 4x2 team, scored in the 55, scored in the 200. He had a great day. Those were some of our best performances.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much.
Thanks for that interview, Krause. Now let's talk about our wrestling team.
Yeah, our wrestling team has been having a really strong season this year. They actually went down to Macon, Georgia this past weekend for sectionals, and now they have 4 Eagles heading up to state this weekend. Let's go cut to an exclusive interview with Isaiah Krause and Colonel Payne.
Isaiah Krause here with our very own wrestling coach, Colonel Payne. Colonel Payne took the wrestling team this weekend to Macon, Georgia for a big wrestling meet. Sir, can you give us some information about that?
Hey, we were at sectionals this week, and the team did real well. We took 8 of our wrestlers, Riverside Eagles, and the boys did very well. So we had a 2nd place, we had 2 4th place, 1 5th place, and the rest all wrestled well. So very proud of everybody.
Thank you very much, sir. And, sir, how do you think our wrestlers and the team could have done better to improve on how we did?
Well, you know, we're kind of I want to call us the bad news bears. The guys work hard, and we rise to the occasion, we lower the occasion. Now, this is quality wrestling when you come here, and I feel like the team did very well.
Now that the winter season is drawing to a close, the spring season is coming in hot. But the real challenge is in the classroom. Let's go down to Dean Green and Sheehan for an academic interview.
I'm Cadet Sheehan, and I'm here with Dean Green. Dean Green, I wanted to ask you a few questions.
Great.
First, which company would you say has been exemplary in terms of academics this past week?
Great question. It's been a great week really for Alpha and for Delta Company. Alpha, I think, won the Dean's List this week, and Delta came in a very close and some would say controversial second. One of the great things this year that's come from the Commandant's office that's really helped us is that we've started tracking missing assignments and opportunity time assignments rather than just focusing on the grades. And that's really helped us improve the process and kind of identify the cadet leaders that are really engaging in getting the boys to where they need to be. So yes, congratulations to Alpha and to Delta this week.
All right, and how would you say the Corps is doing in terms of college applications in the process of that?
Great question. Well, you know, it's really early in the college application, I guess the college acceptance process. We have, I want to say somewhere close to 90% of seniors that have actually applied to colleges. And currently we stand at 60 acceptances to universities around the country. And I believe we have already amassed over $1.7 million in merit-based scholarships. So that's something we're really excited about. We have a number of students that have been accepted into service academies. Ayaz Mustafa has done incredibly well with an acceptance to both West Point and to the Air Force Academy, as well as I think an ROTC scholarship. So he's really setting the pace right now, but we have a lot of applications that we're waiting to hear back on in the next couple of months, and we're really excited to see what this class does.
That's great. And any other announcements or comments you may have towards the Corps?
Sure. Well, I guess really more than anything, I want to just congratulate you and this team on what you've done in this class. I can tell you that this is a function that really didn't exist 2 years ago. And now we're at a stage where you've built this Eagle News network. You've braved cold nights to film our football games. You filmed testimonials of our alumni and our cadets. And this is something that we're really proud of. And so congratulations to you and to the team, and keep up the good work.
Well, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
This past Friday, Riverside got to graduate our January Rock class at the Rock Cresting Parade. Let's go down to McGinnis Field with a behind-the-scenes interview with the president and Cadet Huthmaker.
Cadet Huthmaker here with Colonel Gallagher, the Riverside Military Academy president, with just a couple questions for you, sir. How do you feel the parade went?
That's a good question. I think the parade went very well today. It's a bit chilly out here, but you know the formula to have something go well is you practice to it, you practice to a standard, and everybody knows what the standard is. You have good leadership, and when you do those things, it'll turn out fine. And we had a very good parade today. I thought the companies looked good. I thought the battalion commander and the staff marched really well. The uniforms looked good. The band performed outstanding. So I think it was a very good parade, and you could tell from the reaction of the crowd. It was a very positive reaction from the crowd that was here. So I think it went really, really well.
Okay, thank you, sir. Do you have anything you would like to say to the new cadets and or their parents?
Absolutely. First, to the new cadets, the Rocks, I want to say congratulations on getting through a very demanding month. You were a Rock. Everybody out there was a Rock at one time. I was, in my experience at West Point, they didn't call it a Rock, but it was the same kind of thing. It's a very demanding experience. And they succeeded, and they are graduating, and they have a lot to be proud of. And so it's on to the next achievement now as a cadet. And pretty soon they're going to get leadership positions in the Corps of Cadets, and they're going to be off and running as a great young leader. And so I say congratulations to them. Keep up the hard work, and keep up the great success. And to the parents, I want to say, first of all, thanks for all your support. Thanks for your support that you've given to your Rock. Thanks for being here at this ceremony today, and many traveled a long way to be here. And thanks for the continued support you're going to give to your son after today's over, and he's a full-fledged cadet. I know the parents are very proud of their sons. I'm very proud of them, and we all have a lot to be happy and thankful for today. It's been a great day.
Okay, thank you for your time, sir. That'll be all. Back to you in the studio.
Have you ever wondered how your company's doing in drill or in ranks inspection? Well, Cadet Captain Roberts has the answers for you in his interview with Huffmaker.
Hello, Riverside. I'm Cadet Huffmaker here with Cadet Captain Drake Roberts, the Battalion Inspector General. Part of your job is to analyze each company for earnings and for earnings inspection and best of company, correct?
That is correct.
Who would you say did the best on earnings inspection over the past week?
Over the past week, Charlie for in-ranks inspection did very, very well. They had 2 gigs. Other than that, they're just a really, really good company altogether. Keep it up, guys.
And as for best of company, who would you say did the best overall this past week?
Hands down, Golf Company. Golf Company has had 4 perfect scores. I can't even explain how good they've been doing. Ever since the second semester, they've won an inspection. They've had 4 perfect scores on drill. It's just been really, really good for them. Keep it up, guys.
Thanks for tuning in on our first episode of the Eagles News Network. It has truly been a pleasure, me, Ariba Mod, and Christopher Sweetenberg, to be your anchors for this first episode. We'll see you on the next episode of ENA!